to speak the truth, whole truth, frankly and boldly.
Every individual must do his duty.
I don't give a hoot whether you're Democrat or Republican in this kind of a job. You're American.
The election may have been a close one, but I think that there is general agreement.
It is to give all our people the right to choose their leaders.
To participate in a system of government where he knows not only his votes but his ideas count.
The office of President of the United States.
And will
a new dedication within our government.
In the eyes of many in the world, this every 4-year ceremony we accept as normal is nothing less than a miracle.
For this is a day when our nation is made whole, when our differences for a moment are suspended.
Not change for change's sake, but change to preserve America's ideals.
We have a moral duty to act, and we are acting.
After months of campaigning, media coverage, and campaign ads, the battle for Congress all coming down to tonight. Just under 1 hour now to the first poll closings in key battleground states in the 2022 midterms. Good evening, everyone. I'm Brett Baer.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Martha McCallum, and it is election night, folks. All that counts now is the actual vote. The final tallies across the nation will determine which party can call the shots on the Hill for the next couple of years. Right now, we've got a split Senate right down the middle, folks. 50 Democrats, 50 Republicans, with the vice president able to cast that deciding vote. Now, one seat here could really change everything. The Biden agenda would hang in the balance.
Voters have been lining up at the polls throughout the day today. Georgia's polls close in the next hour, and Pennsylvania the hour after that.
But not all states count and report their votes the same way. And here's where it's going to get pretty tricky, and we're going to guide you through this tonight. Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin are known to be historically slow counting states. They start opening the mail-in ballots at 7 a.m. on Election Day. Other states like Florida and Texas, they start processing those ballots that come in before Election Day. Therefore, it will happen there probably much faster.
Virginia's quick, too. That's why we always warn against what's called the red or blue mirage. It may seem in the early hours of the night that one party has a clear advantage, but it may be short-lived. We'll guide you through this as the night goes on.
So this election comes as our nation deals with crises on multiple fronts. We've got runaway inflation, we have out-of-control crime, and we have a disaster that has unfolded on the southern border. Tonight will be the difference between what gets prioritized and what gets put to the side. Here's how the numbers break down. First, on the Senate side of the Congress, where both parties have no room for error, there are 50 Republicans and 48 Democrats in the Senate, but you've got 2 independents who caucus with the Democrats. That makes a total of 50 for each party. But Democrats have control because they have Vice President Harris's tie-breaking vote. Republicans need to gain just 1 seat to take the majority. So the Senate could come down to just a few key races.
Now over to the House side of the Capitol. Democrats hold a razor-thin majority with 220 seats, while Republicans have 212. There are 3 vacancies, with 1 likely to remain in Republican hands after a special election. That would mean the GOP needs a net gain of 5 seats to take control of the House. We have more than 25 reporters spread across the battleground states throughout the country. Take a look at them there. We'll get to all of them throughout the evening. But first, let's head over to Bill Hemmer manning the billboard. Here we go, Bill.
Hi there, Bill. This thing is loaded and ready to go. Martha, good evening to you. Brett, good evening. And here we go. Now, on the Senate side, for Republicans to get control of that chamber, they must win and hold the 5 following seats, in effect keeping them in the red column. First of all, Pennsylvania, where Dr. Mehmet Oz and John Fetterman have been locked in a seesaw battle. In Ohio, also in the Buckeye State, that's where J.D. Vance and Tim Ryan right now are battling it out throughout the evening. From Ohio, we'll move down here to the Tar Heel State in the state of North Carolina, where Ted Budd is hoping to hold off Sherry Beasley. Could be a tight race in Carolina as well. Back in the upper Midwest, however, in Wisconsin, we find Ron Johnson trying to find a third term, defending his seat against a progressive newcomer by the name of Mandela Barnes, age 35, lieutenant governor there in the state of Wisconsin. That's 4 of 5. The fifth one is down here in Florida, where Marco Rubio is looking to hold off Val Demings, and that closes 8 o'clock, and they count pretty fast too. So if Republicans are successful in all 5 of those races, they still need to knock off a race somewhere else across the country. Now, the most likely possibilities could be here in the state of Georgia, where Herschel Walker is trying to take down Raphael Warnock. We will check in there momentarily. Also in the American West, stay up late for us tonight because it might be in the state of Nevada, where Adam Laxalt has been leading against Catherine Cortez Masto. Republicans think they've got a good shot at that race. We'll see whether or not they are right. Also in the American Southwest, in the state of Arizona, Mark Kelly is trying to hold off Blake Masters, a battle we've been watching now for months. Now, a victory in just one of those states, coupled with that 5 for 5 scenario, would give Republicans the majority. Now, if the GOP is having a good night, we might see other close races pop up in other states, maybe New Hampshire in the Northeast, or Colorado in the Mountain West, or even the state of Washington. Some people believe that could be in play tonight, and therein lies the drama for this election. On the House side, however, as we enter the evening, Democrats hold 220 seats to the Republican 212. 218 is a simple majority. Our Fox News power rankings put 223 seats in the red column, 186 in the blue, and we believe in the middle there are 26 seats that are considered toss-ups. And they will determine the margin in the House, and we may not know that for several days. So buckle up. It's night one, perhaps, as we begin now. Brett, Martha, back to you.
All right. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you very much, Bill. So 2 of the biggest battlegrounds in this cycle that Bill was just talking about, Georgia and Pennsylvania. We've got Team Fox coverage. Aisha Hasni at Herschel Walker's campaign headquarters in Atlanta. But let's start tonight with Brian Yennis, who is live from a polling location in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Hi, Brian.